I would think I would be used to setting up my space by now, and I'm dead ass not. Check it again. Please, I just want this to, let this be the right angle, let this look right, Lord, please.
I knew exactly what to do, but in a much more real sense, I had no idea what to do.
Greetings, good day, and welcome. I'm Deanna, project manager and grants consultant, and today I was asked, hi Monroe, what would you recommend to study to grow in problem solving, leadership, and critical thinking? And as always, I'm here to provide an answer. On today's agenda, we're first going to talk about how to become a strong problem solver. Next, we'll get into growing as an effective leader. Then we'll go into learning how to be a critical thinker. And lastly, as always, we'll wrap up with some final thoughts, tips, and advice. Improving in areas like problem solving, leadership, and critical thinking involves a multifaceted approach, as these skills are interconnected and can be developed through a variety of methods. So here are some recommendations that I have utilized to build in those skill sets, and hopefully you can utilize them too. Let's get things started and talk about becoming a strong problem solver.
Now, get out your pencils and paper and write down the assignment.
First, I want you to look into studying something called systems thinking. Systems thinking is a way of looking at how different parts of a system interact with each other within a whole. Instead of focusing on individual parts, it's about seeing the big picture and how everything connects. And here's a simplified breakdown of what that looks like. First is interconnectedness. Everything in a system is connected, and understanding these connections helps you to see the whole picture. Second, big picture thinking is that instead of just looking at the small details, you think about the entire system and how it works together. Third, feedback loops is recognizing how changes in one part of the system affects the other. So this can either increase, which would be positive feedback, or decrease, which is negative feedback, those effects. Fourth, emergence is sometimes a system as a whole can do things that its individual parts cannot do on their own. So this is quite literally like one band, one sound type of thing. So if you don't have that one part of your system in action, the other ones might fall out of line. Fifth, adaptation is systems often change or adapt over time to fit their surroundings. When you are utilizing any system, it's not going to stay the same way as it was on day one at day 137. So adapting might be necessary to make sure that your system stays up to date with what your current needs are. 6, complex cause and effect is understanding that causes and effects in systems can be complex and not always straightforward. So you're gonna have to do a little brain blast sometimes.
One thing, brain blast!
And lastly, systems mapping is drawing out a system and its connections to better understand and explain said system. Systems thinking is so useful because it helps in understanding and solving complex problems and how different parts of a problem are related to each other. It's used in many different areas like managing a company, understanding an environment, or even figuring out public policies to ultimately just find better solutions that consider the entire system involved. Next, it might seem a little childish, but to grow in problem solving, I want you to practice with puzzles and brain teasers. Engaging regularly with like puzzles, logic problems, and brain teasers can really sharpen your problem solving skills. Along with being entertaining, they force you to think creatively and apply logical reasoning so you are able to complete the puzzle. Some of my faves include first, some app. Number one being Lumosity, which offers a variety of cognitive and scientific games designed to improve memory, attention, flexibility, speed of processing, and problem solving skills. Next is Elevate, which is a brain training program designed to improve speaking abilities, processing speed, memory, math skills, and so much more. And they do all of this through engaging puzzles and games. Third, Peak features over 40 games that are aimed at improving involving mental agility, emotional control, problem solving, memory, and attention. And lastly, Brilliant focuses on interactive problem solving and critical thinking with a strong emphasis on math, science, and computer science topics. Some that may surprise you are honestly just games. A timeless one being Tetris, where players must fit the falling blocks together into place. Like, you are trying to get rid of the blocks, and if you don't, you lose the game. Like, if that's not problem solving, then I don't know what is. One of my favorite apps called Logic Puzzles, it is bringing you into a specific scenario and they give you a few clues and you have to align the correct item with the price or the person's name with the date. Like, kind of like crossword in a sense. I don't know, just download it. It's fun and it makes my brain think a lot. A oldie but goodie that some people might be familiar with is The Legend of Zelda, which these games are renowned for their intricate puzzles, their challenging dungeons, and engaging storylines that require critical thinking and, again, problem solving. This one I feel like I know you have on your phone right now, but it's Candy Crush. Besides it being very popular and you have to get rid of all the candies, it requires strategic thinking to complete levels with limited movements. So though it is a game, when you enter a level and you have to clear 50 things but only in 10 moves, problem solving. If you are somebody that likes cards, I would suggest you play Bridge, which is a card game that involves bidding and card play, requires strategic thinking, partnership, cooperation, and again, problem solving. And another card game, Poker, and beyond the gambling aspect of it, poker involves psychology, probability, and strategy, making it a really complex and engaging game of skill. So if you fancy poker, it's helping you build your problem solving skills. Whenever you're just browsing on your computer, I want you to visit these websites. First is a place called Project Euler, which offers a series of challenging mathematical and computer programming that requires more than just mathematical insights to solve. 2 is Puzzle Prime, which features carefully selected high-quality puzzles, brain teasers, and riddles across various categories. If there's anything that gets the wheels in my brain going, it's riddles. And yeah, they be getting me mad, but I be taking the time to solve them though, and it just, again, enhances my problem solving skills. And last website is Brain Bashers, which is a collection of brain teasers, puzzles, riddles, games, and optical illusions, and it gets updated regularly. So when you visit the site, a game that they might have had a week or two ago may be something completely new, so you'll never get bored and it'll be always something to tease your brain with. Lastly, I want you to get some board games. One, which doesn't have to be on a board, is usually in a book or it could be on your phone. Sudoku, crossword, and cryptic puzzles. These are the classics, okay? And we know that they improve logic, your vocabulary, and your problem solving skills. Next, I don't want you to play checkers, I want you to play chess. Playing chess can significantly improve your strategic thinking, planning skills, and your foresight. If you don't have a physical chess board, you can go to chess.com and play chess. Or I'm pretty sure there's an app that you could download to your phone. Another classic, I want you to invest in a Rubik's Cube. Solving a Rubik's Cube not only tests your problem solving and spatial reasoning skills, but it also improves your memory and concentration. And lastly, I absolutely love these, and even beyond problem solving, I want you to go have fun in one of these, but it's an escape room. Participating in an escape room, either physically or vertically, challenges you to solve a series of puzzles and riddles using clues, strategies, and teamwork. One thing that will go into problem solving, you probably won't just have to problem solve for yourself, you will have to problem solve for others. So get you and your friends in an escape room and escape. Now, for any of my students watching or people who are trying to go to school, looking to get into some courses and stuff, these courses will definitely help you build as a problem solver. First is mathematics or physics. You have things like calculus, statistics, physics, quantum mechanics, and relativity, all those things will force you to be a better problem solver, because if there's anything that math and physics is going to present to you, it's a problem that you have to solve, and you really got to put your logical brain cap on to get to the end of the equation. Second course is computer science and programming. Courses in algorithm design, data structures, software development, all those things, problem solving. Third is business and management. Strategic management and organizational behavior courses offer insights into how organizations work as systems, including the dynamics of leadership, team behavior, and organizational change. If you were to take project management courses, they teach you how to oversee complex projects, understanding the interplay between different tasks, resources, and stakeholders. Fourth is economics. For any of my people looking into micro or macroeconomics, these courses will help you understand how economic systems operate, including the dynamics of markets, the role of government, and the impact of economic policies on society. Or you can look into behavioral economics, which explores how psychological factors affect economic decisions, typically offering insights into human behavior and decision-making process. Honestly, truly, who would I be if I did not have complications with my camera? Editing Deanna here, so we're just going to get right into it. Act like I still have that blue sweater and everything on, and let's talk about the next type of courses I want you to look at, which is psychology and sociology. Courses on cognitive psychology can enhance your understanding of human thought processes, including problem solving and decision making. Social psychology and sociology courses explores how people interact within groups and amongst societies, which is crucial for leadership and for understanding organizational dynamics. The next set of courses that I want you to look at is philosophy and ethics. Critical thinking and logic courses in philosophy teaches you how to construct and organize arguments, identify fallacies, and think much more clearly and systematically. Ethics courses provides a framework for thinking about what is right and wrong, which is essential for leadership and making decisions that will ultimately affect others. Thanks for dealing with me just trying to be a girl to remember to record and edit properly. Now back to the regularly scheduled programming. Next, for my people focusing on our planet, look at courses in environmental studies and sustainability. Courses on environmental systems and sustainability teach you the complex interaction between human societies and the natural environment, emphasizing the importance of thinking systematically to address environmental challenges. And lastly, think about taking a course in design thinking and innovation. Design thinking courses offer a creative approach to problem solving that emphasizes empathy, ideation, prototyping, and testing. This type of approach is valuable for all sorts of problem solving, including in business and technology. And innovation and entrepreneurship courses teach you how to think creatively, develop new ideas, and bring them to the market, which involves both critical thinking and leadership and problem solving. If these courses are not accessible to whatever school that you're looking at or any university, they can easily be found online through platforms like Coursera, through edX, through, I think one is Udemy. I don't know. I don't know how to talk, but I'll put it in the description, I promise. But a lot of these online platforms have courses that you can take in these areas. By taking the time to explore these subjects, you can build a versatile skill set that enhances your ability to think critically, to solve problems, and to lead effectively across a variety of contexts. So it don't matter if you work in a hospital, if you work at a nonprofit, you work at a school, you work at a vet, they'll enhance you all around enhancement. Now let's switch gears and talk about how you can grow as an effective leader. First suggestion, which is honestly probably my favorite, but go out and find some leadership books.
Is it hard? when you've got a library card. That's right.
There are numerous books that offer insights about how to be a better leader, strategies for leading effectively, and just stories of successful leaders so you know what they did well and what they didn't do well and how to apply that to your leadership style. More specifically, some books that I would recommend is first a classic, which is The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey. He presents a principle-centered approach for solving personal and professional problems, emphasizing habits that can help individuals become much more effective leaders. Second, which is another book that has been around for a long time, is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. This is honestly a timeless manual on interpersonal skills and communication. Carnegie's book teaches leaders how to be much more influential and effective by genuinely engaging with others. And the key word here is genuinely. Third is Leaders Eat Last by Simon Sinek. This book delves into the idea that great leaders create environments of trust and cooperation by prioritizing the well-being of their team members above their own interests. I think I've said this in numerous videos that whatever space that you are working in and managing, you want to make sure that it is a space where people trust you and that they feel like they are supported and can rely on you. Because if not, no matter what you do, that space is not going to be successful if it's not built around trust and genuine connection. And lastly is The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team, a Leadership Fable by Patrick Lencioni. Within this book, Lencioni uses a leadership fable to outline the common hurdles that teams face, and he provides actionable strategies for overcoming these obstacles to become a much more cohesive and effective team. No team that you work on is going to be 100% perfect all the time, so this book takes instances where things are dysfunctional and not working and showing you how to operate through that, not just get around it, not ignore it, go through it. Just like there are so many leadership books available for you to read, there are just as many courses online and through other universities for you to take as well. Many online platforms and universities offer courses in leadership theories, practices, and styles. These courses can really provide you with structured learning and practical advice on how to become a better leader. And most of the time, you can take these courses at your own pace, so you control how much you are learning. I've mentioned numerous times how much I enjoy utilizing Coursera, and it just so happens that they have plenty of leadership courses that you can take as well. First is Inspiring Leadership Through Emotional Intelligence by Case Western Reserve University. This course delves into the role of emotional intelligence in leadership, exploring how it can be used to inspire and motivate others. Second is Strategic Leadership and Management by the University of Illinois. This course specifically is a part of a specialization, and this series of courses covers the fundamentals of leadership and management, including decision making, strategy, and team development. Next, for my ladies, I want you to look at Women in Leadership, Inspiring Positive Change by, again, Case Western Reserve University. This course offers insights and tools for women to enhance their leadership capacities and create positive organizational change. Fourth is High Performance Collaboration, Leadership, Teamwork, and Negotiation by Northwestern University. This course focuses on key components of high-performing teams, including how to lead effectively, collaborate with others, and negotiate win-win solutions. And who don't love a win-win solution? Like, we love getting to an end of something and everybody benefits from it. Each side is satisfied. That's not always the case, but we love when we can make that the case. Next is Leading People and Teams by the University of Michigan. This specific course covers essential leadership skills such as inspiring and motivating individuals, managing talent, influencing without authority, and leading teams. In other words, you don't necessarily have to be an authoritative figure or, showcase your authority to be an effective leader. And lastly, which I think is really important for the time and age that we live in, it's Leading Digital Transformation Transformation and Innovation by INSEAD. This course offers insights into the challenges and opportunities of leading in the digital age, focusing how to drive innovation and transformation in organizations. Along with these courses, I also want you to take into consideration volunteering for leadership roles. Whether it's in your community, at the place you work, at an organization that you are a part of, taking on leadership roles can give you practical experience and help you develop your leadership skills in real time, in real life situations. So for example, when I was in college, I was a part of a STEP team and I signed up to be on the executive board and I was the vice president. And with vice president, it came with leadership responsibilities. And I was in charge of maintaining a healthy and proactive space of 25 different females from all different backgrounds, all different walks of life. So even though that was just a organization that I was a part of in college, it has helped me become a better leader today. And lastly, in leadership, which was emphasized a few times within the courses that I presented, but it's to make sure that you study emotional intelligence. High emotional intelligence is crucial if you want to be an effective leader. You have to not only be able to understand and manage your own emotions, but the emotions of everybody else that is also on your team or in whatever space that you are working in. And if you are able to build up that emotional intelligence and you are able to read the room, you will be a much better leader. I'm telling you now, emotional intelligence, write that down right now, along with everything else I said. And now last but certainly not least is learning to be a critical thinker. Again, I'm repeating myself, but like I opened up a video with saying these skills are interconnected. So again, I want you to think about taking courses or classes in philosophy and logic. As I said, studying philosophy, especially in branches related to logics and ethics, can greatly increase your critical thinking skills, along with your problem solving skills, along with your leadership skills. Second, which has definitely helped me a lot, is analytical writing. This writing requires you to make an argument or analyze a piece of text that can help you improve your critical thinking skills. And it forces you to structure your thoughts much more clearly and to support your arguments with evidence. Though my major has nothing to do with my titles right now, I got my BA in political science and criminal justice from Temple University. And in that major, I was required to do a lot of analytical writing. I mean, I was literally being presented with policies, with laws, with cases, and taking things to like trials and stuff and having to prove whether or not the defendant was guilty or not guilty, back up the evidence. I even had to write a paper of whether or not I believe that the death penalty should still exist and support reasonings as to why I think it should or shouldn't. And that was a lot. It was a lot. But that helped me to be a much better critical thinker now. Third, I want you to think about joining a debate or discussion group. Joining a debate club or a discussion group can really be an excellent way to practice articulating your thoughts, defending your viewpoints, and critically evaluating others' arguments. And in the process of debates and those discussion groups, things are happening quickly. So it will also help you develop like quick processing critical thinking skills.
Well, look who is brave enough to show his face in Europe.
Just like there are leadership courses and problem solving courses, there are also critical thinking courses that I want you to write down and think about taking them as well. And these are obviously designed to directly improve your critical thinking skills, but they also offer strategies to evaluate evidence, to make reasoned arguments, and to just think and operate much more logically. Some courses that you might want to consider are first, Mindware: Critical Thinking for the Information Age by the University of Michigan, offered on, of course, Coursera. This course teaches you how to apply critical thinking tools to filter and process information effectively in the age of information overload. Next, also on Coursera, is Introduction to Logic and Critical Thinking, and this course offers a deep dive into the fundamentals of logic and critical thinking, helping learners distinguish sound arguments from fallacious ones. Third, Become a Critical Critical Thinker, which is on LinkedIn Learning, is a course designed to enhance your critical thinking skills, making you better at solving problems, avoiding biases, and overall making better decisions. Fourth is Critical Thinking, Reasoned Decision Making from Udemy. This teaches critical thinking techniques and how to apply them to everyday decision making, with the focus on avoiding common biases and logical fallacies. Is that how you say it? Fallacies? Fallacies? Y'all know what I mean. And lastly is Critical Thinking and Problem Solving by the Rochester Institute of Technology, which is offered through edX. This course is aimed at improving your ability to solve problems and make decisions by applying critical thinking principles and creative thinking techniques. Now let's wrap things up with some final thoughts, some tips, and just some general advice. First and foremost, I want you to make sure that you are a regular reflector. This just means that you are regularly reflecting on your experiences, your work, things that you have learned, and how you can apply those things in the future to develop further into those areas. And regular reflection will be crucial so you know what you've improved on and what it is that you still need to learn. But if you're not reflecting, you'll never know what you still need to do. You feel me? And along with regularly reflecting, I also want you to make sure that you are regularly seeking feedback. Getting feedback from peers, from mentors, from teachers, supervisors, other co-workers can be vital for you to grow as a problem solver, as an effective leader, and as a critical thinker. Feedback and constructive criticism allows you to step back and really see where your strengths are and any areas of improvement. And lastly, I want you to make sure that you are also staying curious. Be curious about the world, how things work, how things are designed. Always be open to learning and engaging with something new because of how much the world is changing, how your style as a leader, as a problem solver, as a critical thinker will change with the world and the changing environment as well. So stay curious. And lastly, just remember to be patient with yourself. It takes time and practice and patience to become an effective leader, a problem solver, and a critical thinker. It's not going to happen overnight, so you don't have to indulge and learn everything overnight. Give yourself time to consistently practice, to reflect, and to just have that willingness to be uncomfortable so you are always in a space that you can grow. Ooh, would you look at that? You made it to the end of this video. Thanks for watching.
Goodbyes are a bitch.
T-shirt idea. Goodbye stink.
If you are someone looking to grow in any of these 3 areas, I hope this video did something for you and that you just have a little bit more guidance in your journey. As I always say, these videos are inspired by you guys, so if anyone has any specific questions that you would like me to answer, make sure to drop them in the comments below. If you haven't done so already, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, bye y'all.